10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off!
Cyber Breaks!
Welcome everybody to another break right here at Cyber Breaks. We're going to be doing 3 hobby boxes tonight. We're going to be doing a box of Topps Tier 1, a box of Pristine, and a box of Series 2 Jumbo. We're going to be pulling 9 hits and see what else we can pull on top of that, and we're going to be getting started in less than 20 seconds. All right, how is everybody doing this evening? Like I said, and like you all know, we're going to be doing 3 hobby boxes tonight right here. Before we get going, let me pop up the buy-in list. We have a few teams that are still available if anybody is interested. We had a couple of teams, the Guardians and the Rockies, that went unsold. So if anybody wants to grab one or both of those for at least $5, I'll let go of them and you can add them to your order. Obviously there won't be any additional shipping for those. I'll just add them to the order and you can PayPal me right now. We also have the buyer fell through on the Padres and the Nationals. So if anybody wants to offer $10 or more on the Padres, or $20 or more on the Nationals, they are up. If nobody takes them, that's fine. I'll add them to my personal collection. I don't have a problem doing that if nobody wants to grab them, but if anybody wants them, let me know. Michael said I'll take them both. Which 2 are you talking about? We have 4 of them available. The Guardians for $5, the Rockies for $5, the Nationals for $20, and the Padres for $10. Okay, Josh G says I'll take the Guardians and Rockies. Okay, hold on one moment, Josh. All right, below average says he'll do 20 on the Nats. All right, Michael and Josh are both wanting to take the Guardians and Rockies. You guys can either kind of duke it out here. We can split them up. Or somebody wants to offer a little bit more than the 5 per, you can have them. I'm going to give the Nats to below average. So I think I typed that wrong. Cyberbreak7@gmail.com. That's the PayPal address that you're going to send the money to below average for the Nets. I guess that's just how it's showing up. All right. Okay, so Michael says he'll take the Padres and Guardians. Well, hold on. Dylan said he would take the Padres. Okay, Josh G's conceding to Michael, who is going to take... Okay, let's do this. Dylan said he'd take the Padres, so Dylan, send $10 to cyberbreak7@gmail.com through PayPal. And then Michael, you can have the Guardians and the what was the other? Oh, Rockies. How about that? Michael, Guardians and Rockies for $10 total, and Dylan $10 for the Padres. And get that sent right away here to cyberbreak7@gmail.com through PayPal, and we'll get you locked in. All right, so if I understand this right, Josh G is going to grab the Rockies, and Michael's going to take the Guardians. Is that okay with everybody? All right, perfect. All right, so let's sort this real quick and go over the buy-ins. All right, we got the Tigers going to Andre. Below average has the Nationals. Pirates to Daniel T. Astros to Dylan H. And the Padres to Dylan H. Garrett R. has the Cubs, Red Sox, Twins. Jackie R. has the Cardinals. Janet A. or maybe Jeanette, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, has the Mariners and Phillies. John C. with the Mets and White Sox. Joseph M. with the Dodgers. Josh G. with the Blue Jays, Braves, Brewers, Rockies. Kevin E. with the Diamondbacks. Kyle F. with the Giants, Marlins, Reds. Michael F. with the Rangers, Rays, Yankees. Michael T. with the Guardians and Orioles. Stephen L. with the Athletics. And Tom P. with the Angels and Royals. All right, Michael T, you said you just paid for both the Rockies and Guardians. And Josh G paid. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Hey, Michael T, I'm going to, when we get done with the break, let me make some notes here. I'll refund that extra $5 that you paid for the Rockies. I'll send that back to you. Yeah, no big deal, Michael. I'll get that back to you when we're done with the break later here tonight. So, and if somehow, some reason I forget, reach out to me, but I'll try to remember to get that as soon as we're done. Okay, so everybody's paid. We're good to go. We're full on the buy-ins. So So let's take that off the screen. And we're gonna kind of just get going with it here. Before we start though, some of you guys are you've been with me here for the first few weeks. You know how this goes. I have two extra things I'm doing on top of just the buy-ins here for the break. I have a giveaway that we're going to do at the end. It's going to be a kind of like a little race, and the winner of that is going to receive a card from my personal collection. And so we'll do that as soon as we're done opening all the boxes here. On top of that, we have what I call the Cyber Jackpot. And the way that this works is that if I pull a card and it's a serial number 89, and that could be 89 out of anything, 89 out of 100, 89 out of 500, whatever. If it's number 89, if that's the first number in that serial number, whoever that card goes to is also going to receive a box. For this week, it's a hobby box of Gypsy Queen, 2022 Topps Gypsy Queen. And each week as we go, if there is no winner this week, I'm going to up the stakes a little bit and do a little bit higher price of a box. And that's how we're going to keep moving forward with that until somebody wins that jackpot. And then at that point, we'll kind of reset it and pick another number and, go from there. But if I pull a card, serial number 89, and that's your card, you're also going to get a box of a 2022 Hobby Gypsy Queen. All right, so we're going to get going. And let me know, I've changed the setting, the way I'm doing things here a little bit with the music. I was having issues in the first couple breaks with the music, with my vocals, with the music. So I set the music to be in the background so I can't hear it. I know you guys can hear that background music. I can't. If you feel like it's too loud or too quiet, let me know and I can make adjustments to it. We're going to start with the Series 2 Jumbo here, and then we'll move to the Tier 1, and then finally we'll do the Topps Pristine. I'm pretty excited about cracking open that box of Topps Pristine. I have not opened a box of Pristine yet. I've seen plenty of breakers open boxes, and it is a pretty awesome product. If you're not familiar with Topps Pristine, it's kind of a pack and a pack and a pack kind of thing. It's a lot of fun to open, and we're going to be pulling some hits tonight. Like I said, we have at least 9 hits to pull tonight. Each box has 3 guaranteed hits, at least 3 out of the jumbo box here, at least 3 out of Tier 1, and at least 3 out of Pristine. And we got the box loader here, Nolan Arenado. So what's everybody up to tonight? What are your plans? All right. And for these jumbo packs, I'm going to go through the base cards pretty quick. We're just going to kind of check to see if we hit any of the key rookies like O'Neal Cruz or Wander Franco. So after last week's break, 1 second, and we have a gold card here, Victor Carantini, and that is serial number 1673 out of 2022. Bill Average says, watching preseason football. So, those of you that were here with me during last week's break, It went a little long. I didn't realize this is obviously somewhat a learning process for me. I'm fairly new to the brake channel, and we did 6 hobby boxes of tops, and that took a while. So I've kind of readjusted my formula, so to speak, of how I'm going to do brakes moving forward, so that we kind of keep them a little bit shorter and don't necessarily run a 2-hour break, at least not doing a 2-hour break of opening the same product over and over again, because I think it's a little bit more exciting, especially if you're going to go long, to kind of mix it up and do some different products. Yeah, Joey said, how about the Yanks heating up at the right time? Yeah, I figure it was a matter of time before they heated up, and they're finally starting to win some again. All right, so we have a Franmil Reyes, and this one is 368 out of 499. And our first hit is Julio Urias, and this one is a 1987 Topps black border, and it is serial number 109 out of 199. So let's see, that's going to the Dodgers. Congrats to, that's Joseph M. I see. Just as I pull a card there for Joey, he's also taking care of business, getting rid of these bots right off the bat. They didn't take too long to jump in this time, did they? And that's going to go up in Trombot's trophy case. Look at this. I believe this is a Generation Now parallel O'Neal Cruz. I believe that's a black parallel. I could be wrong, but either way, it's O'Neal Cruz. And so it's going to go up in Trombot's trophy case. That's back-to-back cards going to Trombot's trophy case. What do you think about that, Trombot?
Ooh, it's a gem.
Yeah, I believe it was a black parallel. Wasn't not serial numbered, but black parallel nonetheless. Speaking of O'Neal Cruz, he just set the StatCast record for hardest hit ball since they've been measuring exit velocity. I believe he hit a single that was like a, if you saw it, a line drive. It was like on a line the whole way out off of the right field wall, and he only got a single out of it because of how hard it was hit and how quickly it was fielded. But he hit it 122.4 miles an hour, I believe, which set the record. Giancarlo Stanton kind of owns that. Between him and Judge, and mostly Stanton across the board. And along comes O'Neal Cruz as a rookie and hits the hardest hit baseball measured in the major leagues. Here we have a gold foil, Colton Wong. And we have a Ronald Acuna, Louisville Bat, Silver Slugger. Silver Slugger patch card. So congrats on that to Josh G. Yeah, he hit it hard. It was unbelievable. He hit it just on a rope all the way out. Let's see, let's jump up. And we got an Aaron Judge Sweet Shades, followed by an Aaron Judge All-Star, 1987 All-Star. Aaron Judge hit another home run tonight. That brings him up to 49 on the season, and he's now on pace for 63. He's one of the two big home run counts that we're all following, along with Albert Pujols. Judge is obviously going for the American League record, and what some would consider the rightful record if you don't include the steroid users, for a single season. Yeah, O'Neal Cruz, I mean, I am high on that guy. You look at he's tall and still fairly lanky. You got to figure as he gets a couple years older, he's going to fill out even more, get a little stronger. So he's already hitting that hard. I can't imagine what that guy is going to be doing in a couple of years. He does obviously need to work on his hitting. He hits hard. We all know that. His average is still down around 200, so most people expect him to get that fixed, so to speak, eventually. There we go. These are always fun. The Pick the Game, Bo Bichette. That's going to go to Josh G. So if you choose to scratch off the back of that card and gamble on him hitting a home run on the day of your choice, you could get a nice Bo Bichette in the mail. And there's the regular generation now. This one, a Jack Flaherty. There's a Cal Ripken 87 All-Star. Nice card. Harper, Bryce Harper, he was back tonight for his first game after, what was it, a couple months, I think, that he was on the injured list on the IL. Finally back in action tonight for the Phillies. I believe he had a hit and a couple of RBIs. So whether you're a fan of the team or not, I think it's always good for baseball to see the stars. As opposed to being on the IL, actually being in action. This is a George Brett 87 All-Star. There's Bryce Harper right there. I always wonder why why they're packed like this. Like one card that you just have to constantly keep flipping the pack. It's a Gleyber Torres foil card. All right, look, what do we have here? We have a Byron Buxton parallel. This is the, I believe this is the Independence Day parallel, number 29 out of 76. So that's a pretty nice hit right there. Congrats to Garrett R. on that low-numbered Byron Buxton. Below average says, any good stories with those baseballs back there? Well, I have some of them. A handful of them I got from a buddy. All of the baseballs you see back there are either signed or game used. Some of them are authenticated, signed, not baseballs that I got signed on by myself, so to speak. There's an Ichiro die cut. And some of them are baseballs that I acquired at games. and got signed. One of them specifically, and I'll show you in a moment. It's actually being hidden right now. If I move this aside for a second, you're going to see right here. It's hard to see. I'll pull it out sometime. You know what? There we go. Check this out. This has a bunch of Yankee signatures, Yankees of the 90s. And right there you see dead center with blue ink. That's Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly. And this ball, this specific ball, has a couple stories to it. First, the story of how I acquired it. And then two, the story of how I got it signed. So the way the ball was acquired, and it was my father who acquired it, in fact. My brother and I, and my father, I believe it was all three of us, were at a Cleveland Indians, New York Yankees game in Cleveland. And if you remember, a pretty good player for the Cleveland Indians back in the day, there's an O'Neill Cruz rookie. Congrats to Daniel T. on the O'Neill Cruz rookie. A pretty good player for the Cleveland Indians was Carlos Bairga. The switch hitting, I believe he played second base for the most part. Somebody could have matched this record since. I'm not positive if it's happened since, but he was at least the first, and if not the only, player in Major League history to hit 2 home runs in 1 inning, 1 from each side of the plate. So he hit one from the batting right-handed to start the inning, and then the Indians batted around, and he hit one left-handed. And the ball that he hit, the home run that he hit left-handed, my dad caught in the stands. We had bleacher seats just in fair territory out in right field. I think we were front row. I think we were in the very front row, if I remember right. And my dad caught that home run ball. So that's actually, that ball with all the Yankee signatures is the ball that Byron hit to set that record. I don't think we even realized right at the time that Byron had done that, that was a record, so to speak. I mean, this is before the days of, checking stories on your phone and things like that. So I immediately took the ball and started getting Yankee signatures on it. I think I got a couple of Yankee signatures that evening. And here we have a Dansby Swanson short print. World Series short print there with the World Series trophy. So congrats to Josh G on the Dansby Swanson short print. So after I got a couple Yankee signatures on it, from then on, I would take that ball anytime we lived in the Cleveland area at that time. And so anytime the Yankees came into town, we would go watch the Yankees play the Indians. So every time we went, I would take that ball and try to get some more Yankee autographs on it. And there's Derek Jeter, speaking of the Yankees, 1987 Derek Jeter. And Don Mattingly, one time before the game, after warming up in the field, was coming back to the dugout. And I had the ball, and as he was coming back to the dugout, I actually just kind of rolled the ball across the top of the dugout, hoping he would grab it or see it. And the ball rolled across the top of the dugout and just kind of fell onto the ground out of sight where I couldn't see it anymore. And I saw Don Mattingly just kind of disappear into the dugout. And honestly, I thought that was the last time I was ever going to see that ball. And about 10 seconds later, all of a sudden I see a hand kind of reach out from under the dugout and toss the ball back across the roof. Some kid, actually a couple kids away from me, grabbed the ball. And then I grabbed it out of his hand. And Don Mattingly had taken my ball, signed it, and rolled it back across the roof of the dugout to me. So that's how I got that Don Mattingly signature. So that's my story on that ball, and that's my all-time favorite ball just because of the work I put into getting the signatures on it. Yeah, Josh, that World Series trophy on the short print there for Swanson's, that's a pretty cool card. I hadn't seen that short print yet. DJ Stewart. Ready Peralta Gen now. Kevin says, great story. I think it's great. It was, as a kid, it was one of the highlights of my life. I mean, I'm sure most of you, if you're in here on this break tonight, you probably love baseball. And I think most of us, our love of baseball started, when we were kids. And man, growing up, once I started really falling in love with baseball, Mattingly became my favorite player. And so to see him and get his autograph, man, that was a highlight of my childhood. And we have another Oneil Cruz rookie. So congrats again, Daniel. I guess tonight we'll try to load you up on Oneil Cruz since you have the Pirates. Double stack those right there. I just passed. You guys have noted Jordan Montgomery, who the Yankees recently before the trade deadline dealt to Seattle, and then Montgomery has gone on to become about the best pitcher in baseball during his last 4 starts for the Cardinals. We have a gold Zach Plesac, and this one is serial number 24 out of 2022. So even for those golds, which are quite a few of them, we're always going to check the serial number because I'm hoping to hit an 89 for one of you guys eventually here. There's a Juan Soto 87 tops. Kevin said, what was the first baseball wax pack you ever bought, and did you chew the gum? So, the second question there, did you chew the gum? Of course I chewed the gum. I don't know if I would recommend, if you go and buy some old wax packs now, I wouldn't recommend chewing the gum. About 10 years ago, I bought an old pack of 1980 tops and just decided it would be fun to try to chew the gum, and it just kind of disintegrates in your mouth and falls into pieces. It doesn't stick together at all. It's nasty. But back in the day when it still had a little bit of flavor, I would always chew the gum out of those packs every single time, of course. But the first pack that I bought, I still remember what it was. When I really started collecting hardcore, a buddy of mine had given me kind of a shoebox of 1986 tops. I'm sure none of them were in good condition or whatever, but that's what got me interested. But this was in 87 when 87 tops had already hit the shelves. And so the next time my mom went shopping and I went with her, when we were checking out, you remember back in the day they used to have like the wax packs or the rack packs, hanging there or sitting there at the checkouts. They had the 1987 tops, I guess, like what they call the rack packs that had like 3 sections to it. It would hang on the hanger packs had like 3 sections, and it was clear where you could see through it and see the players on the front, and you could turn it over and see the players on the very back of each stack. And I saw one that had a 1987 All-Star Don Mattingly, and I told my mom I have to get that. Like I saw Don Mattingly. I just started getting into baseball. I knew Don Mattingly was my guy, and so I bought one of those packs that had a Don Mattingly on the front, and that was the first pack that I ever got and opened as a kid. Yeah, Josh G said no wonders. If you've been with me the first couple of weeks, and especially last week, we went on a wonder tear. So the guy who had the Rays last week, I think he ended up with maybe six wonder rookies. So pretty. Oh, look at this, guys. We have a black parallel Byron Buxton 87 tops auto. That's not too shabby. Wow. So congrats there. That one's going to Garrett R. Let's get her loaded up, and we'll take a look at the serial number in a second. I want to first and foremost get it loaded up and protect it. And that is number 96 out of 199. The Byron Buxton Black Parallel Auto. Very cool card. Congrats. Frank Robinson, Barry Larkin. Yeah, quite frankly, I am shocked that we just went through a pulled Jumbo Box and didn't pull Wander. I believe that Wander's rookie is technically Series 1, but I kind of thought that there was a Wonder card in Series 2. Obviously, the big rookie here for Series 2 is O'Neal Cruz because he did not appear in Series 1. So it's Series 2 here where you can pull his rookie, and we obviously pull a couple of them. Joey said a couple of Yanks got... Yeah, back to that. I think that's a story for everybody, for every team. You deal a guy who's been like struggling and sucking it up for your team, and he just sets the world on fire when he goes to his new team. It feels like that's just always the case, always the story, every time. We have these are kind of like the Mojo Gold 87 Tops Refractors that come in these 2 bonus packs. Wade Boggs. Obviously, pulling O'Neal Cruz out of one of these would be ideal. Hey, there we go. Mike Trout, Gold Mojo Refractor, 87 Tops, and Fernando Tatis. Matt Brash rookie, and Brandon Lau. Let's go ahead and load up the Trout and the Tatis. Now this brings me to, let's talk a little bit, guys, about Fernando Tatis. What are your feelings on Tatis with everything that's gone on, what we know now? Does he deserve to go up in Trombot's trophy case? I guess I could ask Trombot. I mean, it's shiny, so I'm sure Trombot's gonna like it.
Ooh, shiny.
Yep, I figured as much. And I've already noticed, obviously, Tatis's value has dipped significantly on the marketplace. So I'm kind of curious to see if what happens moving forward once he gets back. Does he play to the same level? Was he actually using steroids for performance enhancing purposes? And does he play at a lower level? Does his value ever recover? Curious to see what happens there. Below average said poor guy just got bad meds. That's one way to look at it, if you believe what Fernando said. All right, so Topps Tier 1, guys. So the way that this works, this box has 3 cards in it. That's it. Pretty expensive box. It has 2 autographs and 1 relic. So I'm going to try to open this in a way that keeps the suspense going here as we go through it. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, 2 things. Let me go ahead and pop this up real quick. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video if you don't mind, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that, and even click on that notification bell so you get notified whenever I go live with breaks. That'd be super awesome. I'd highly appreciate it. The second thing before we open the Tier 1 is I have a very important announcement here. Let me... cyberbreaks.net. I finally have the Cyberbreaks website up. So what I encourage you guys to do, whether it's now or after the break, is to go check out the cyberbreaks.net website. The reason I put it together, as we all know, thank you, Kevin, for the subscription. Much appreciated. As we all know, eBay's great and all, but when we go through eBay, eBay incorporates all kinds of fees. So I plan on down the road, once we have enough people following the channel and doing these breaks with me, moving operations over to the cyberbreak.net website and running all the sales of the teams and stuff for breaks, running that all through the cyberbreaks.net website. And that way it'll keep prices down. I'll be able to, at that point, I'll be able to start doing free shipping for you guys, and a number of other things, other ways that it'll help. So when you have a chance, go check that out, and even go ahead and you can create an account on the cyberbreaks.net website That way I have a way to get a hold of you guys. And then once we get enough people with accounts created on the cyberbrakes.net website, we can start running operations from there. All right, so I'm going to try, let's see if this works. I'm going to try to hide this a little bit as I open it. You see Trombot right there. I'm not sure if this will fly or not. Here, we'll do it this way. Close your eyes, everybody. I don't want you to see what I got here yet. We definitely got 3 cards. All right. And the first card is we have game use memorabilia from Gil freaking Hodges. And this one is 9 out of 25. The Brooklyn Dodgers. So that one is going to be going to Joey M. Congrats to Joey on that one. Put this down. Make sure we get this baby sleeved up for you. Congrats, congrats, congrats. This baby is in very nice condition. Gil Hodges out of 25. Very nice card. All right. Next card. We have a Sammy Long gold rookie auto out of 25. Number 5 out of 25. San Francisco Giants. And that is going to Kyle F. Kyle F. Congrats, Kyle. And then finally, we have, hey, look at this. Jose Canseco, 215 out of 299. That one is going to Stephen L. Jose Canseco is a pretty sweet autograph because I could be wrong. I feel like he's one of the players that doesn't do a lot of autos. Cut that sleeve a little bit. Want to make sure we don't damage the corner. There we go. Yeah, with the shades, man, the classic Jose Canseco shades. So, sweet, sweet card. Congrats again there to Steven. All right, and then finally, Joey said, I think you're right about that. Yeah, I think back in the day, I think I pulled a Canseco auto, and it had some value to it, more than I thought it would, and come to find out it's because he doesn't do a lot of autos. So he's a pretty hard one to get. All right, so I'm sure some of you have seen Topps Pristine. Maybe some of you haven't. This is a very, very, Just moving some cards around here, making some space. Very interesting product. So far this year, this is one of my favorite products. And if you haven't seen it, you're about to see why. This Topps Pristine is wild. Kevin said, need D-backs. I know, right, man? So the way that this works is you'll see there are six packs. And each pack has an encased card inside of the pack, has a little sleeve with more cards, like the base cards, and then has another pack that will typically contain parallels or whatnot. And I have seen some of the breakers pull bonus autos, bonus cards quite often. We're guaranteed 3. We'll see if we might get lucky and hit more than 3 on this. So let's get started. Did you guys see the Mickey Mantle card? I believe the auction ends tomorrow. It's expected to go for over 10 mil. And I think it's up to almost 7 mil, the auction. All right, so I could do this a couple of different ways. I'm just going to do this pack at a time. I know some breakers will open all the packs and kind of do it that way and then go through it. We're going to go through it pack at a time. So we're going to start. I'm going to try to hide the encased card. Yeah, Joey, that's what I haven't seen them in person. This will be my first time seeing them in person. But seeing them on breaks, the refractors, the cards are absolutely beautiful. Kevin, are these cards pristine condition? Well, I would hope so. I mean, it would only make sense, right? So you can see inside of the pack, we have a number of cards here that are sleeved in that sleeve, and then we have another pack. So let's start with these sleeve cards. We have a Roger Clemens, and it looks like we have an Anthony Rizzo orange parallel, and this one's 18 out of 25. So that's a nice low count Anthony Rizzo. Yankees, that's going to Michael F. Congrats. And that's another great thing about this product. You know, we should be getting those guaranteed hits, but this is going to have quite a few, should have a number of parallels and just super nice cards in addition to those hits. And as you can see, like when just a sweet looking card. It's kind of like, you see that background orange and then those like bubbles or whatever you would call it, kind of like pop out of the card a little bit. Probably hard to see on the stream, but this is, like I said, this is my first time seeing it in person, and it does not disappoint. Very, very cool. I see on the back right here, one of my all-time favorite players. So even though I'm a Yankees fan, I can't explain why, but man, I always loved Pedro Martinez with the Red Sox. That guy just was, I loved watching him pitch. Hey, there we go. We have an O'Neill Cruz rookie. So congrats again to Daniel T on a Topps Pristine O'Neill Cruz. So we one-upped your 2 Topps base rookies with the Pristine. There was what I was talking about. Pedro Martinez, Pristine borders. And then the encased card. Try to keep these on screen. We have a Cal Raleigh rookie auto. Very, very nice. So that is going to the Seattle Mariners, and that would be Kyle F. Wait, did I say? No, that's Marlins. I'm sorry. Janet A. going to the Mariners. Well, if you were looking, you probably saw who was on that encased card. But if you weren't, it'll be a surprise here in a moment. Got a Rafael Devers, and we have a Chipper Jones. I believe this is the gold. Yep, this is the gold refractor, 35 out of 50, Chipper Jones. Congrats to Josh G on landing the Chipper Jones. So did you guys see Julio Rodriguez signed a massive contract today? And the years and the amount will vary based off of a lot of different variables, but it can be up to 18 years and $470 million. So yeah, pretty wild. Matsui. Killebrew. We have a Fernando Tatis Pure Power. And then the encased card is a David Ortiz Pristine Refractor. So I believe, these cards, some of these encased cards, it's maybe hard to see again, but if you compare it to a normal card, the Pristine Refractor has a lot of shine to it. So Ortiz Pristine Refractor. Below average had to read through about 8 Jeff Passan tweets to understand the contract. Yeah, I saw his tweet thread, which was pretty lengthy, breaking down the Ortiz contract. Jeff Passan is, if nothing else, very thorough. So I have a question for you guys, and I would love for you to chime in and let me know. And this is something I've been thinking of quite a bit lately. Down the road, as I continue to do breaks, I may also branch off a little, not branch off, but obviously so far the breaks I've all done have been team auctions. I may start doing some random breaks where you just buy one of, say for baseball, one of 30 spots, and they'd all be the same price for every spot. And then when we come into the break live, then I would randomize the teams, and you would get a random team and go that route. I've seen a lot of breakers that do that. The cool thing about it is there's a chance that you can buy a spot and wind up with a team that has way more value than what you paid for that spot. Obviously, there's a chance where you can buy that spot. I did one of these not too long ago. I think I talked about it one of my recent breaks here. And I wound up with the Baltimore Orioles, which I think for what I paid for the random spot, I think the Orioles were a little undervalued, so to speak. But there's a lot of fun in it because, man, you can pay the same price, just a flat price and wind up with a really good team. So I've thought about starting to do some breaks like that. Let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in, or if you're only interested in doing the auction style where you bid on your whatever teams you want, or if you'd be interested in doing a random team break. There's a Ken Griffey, Rod Carew. Josh G said, love the random breaks. Yeah, I've done a couple of them. I mean, I've bought into a couple of random breaks in the past, and I really liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It adds a little bit even more intrigue to the whole process. And even though the last time I did it, like I said, I wound up with the Orioles, I still had a ton of fun with it. Joey said, I like both. When it's pick your team, I always shoot for the Dodgers. When it's random, it's a bit more fun. Yeah, I agree that randomness adds some fun to it and adds the possibility that you can pay a little less and get like a better team. So The 2 loose cards in the sleeves are refractors as well, limited print, even if they don't have color, Dylan said. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Steven said, I like randoms, especially when it comes to Bowman or other prospects. Yeah, that's a good point, because, I mean, when you start getting into Bowman and the prospects, I mean, who knows, yeah, this year, we all know of, a couple guys like the Khalil Watsons and stuff, but like any of these prospects for any of these teams could wind up being down the road, being big money. So we have a Mitch Haniger blue refractor. This one is 15 out of 75. So congrats. That one's going to Janet A. Janet A scores another one of the encased Pristine cards. She got the Cal Rally earlier, and now we got the Haniger. Here, hold on. There we go. Below average, the random feels even more like gambling. Love it. I mean, that's part of the fun in the breaks in the first place is, taking that chance of spending a little less money to land something huge, right? I mean, it's part of what we all love about sports cards collecting. We're going to do it this way. There we go. Trombot's going to keep them hidden. Yeah, Joey, I mean, like, even if it's a team you don't like or you don't expect something, especially in products like this that incorporate stars of the past, every team has valuable that are included in checklists like this, where, that's what as soon as I got the Orioles in that break, I was like, man, I hope maybe he pulls a Cal Ripken or something like that. Obviously, that's not what I got that time, but you never know. So we have a hit here, I believe. So we have the Brandon Lau, and look at this, going to the Dodgers, Gary Sheffield slice of a star auto. That's the non-parallel slice of a star. Very cool card though, and that is going to Joseph. Joey M. Congrats, bud. What'd you have? Gary Sheffield. Should have pre-cut a couple of these sleeves, but that's all right. We'll take care of it. Vlad. So far we have 2 autos, 2 of the hits out of here. And behind Trombot, there is another hit, a Kyle Mueller rookie auto. This one is 7 out of 99. Atlanta Braves, and that one is going to Josh G. Congrats, Josh. And that's our 3rd auto. So let's see if we can get lucky and maybe get a bonus hit, a bonus auto out of here, right? We have the Vladimir Refractor and the Jesse Winker Refractor. And just like you said earlier, yeah, each of these loose kind of cards that are sleeved like that are refractors each time. So thank you for pointing that out. We got a Pure Power Frank Thomas, another one of my childhood favorites. And right here, look at this, guys. We have a, looks like a gold refractor. Seth Beer rookie. And this one is serial numbered 4 out of 50. Seth Beer going to the D-backs, and that one is Kevin E. Congrats, Kevin. I pulled you a D-backs card just like we were hoping. Got you a Seth Beer gold rookie. And the final pack of the break. Let's get a little cyber luck going here for the final pack. A Topps Pristine. Maybe we can get that bonus auto. Joey said, also interesting thing, I saw in another break, the number of cards, for instance, apply independently to Pristine and loose. Gotcha. Okay. So Robinson Refractor, and look here, we have a Paul Molitor. It's like a purple refractor, number 40 out of 99. Going to the Brew Crew, that's Josh G. Congrats. We'll go ahead and sleeve that up. Nice low count card there. Ricky Henderson. Frankie Lindor. And then the final card of tonight's break. Let's see what we got. We have a Sammy Long rookie refractor. This is the Pristine Refractor. Sammy Long. So congrats. Going to the Giants. That again is Kyle F. Congrats on that one. And there we go. All right, so let's take a moment and let's recap what we got tonight.
Cyber Recap.
All right, we had the Byron Buxton Independence Day parallel 29 out of 76. Julio Urias 109 out of 199. The black border relic. Ronald Acuna Jr. Silver Slugger. We had the Sammy Long 5 out of 25 gold auto rookie. We had the Gil Hodges 9 out of 25. The tier 1 relic. Fernando Tatis, gold refractor. We had 2 O'Neal Cruz Topps base rookies. Dansby Swanson short print, the Mike Trout 87 refractor. The Byron Buxton black border auto. We had the Jose Canseco 215 out of 299. This isn't the lowest count auto we got out of the night. This would be one of my picks for the hit of the break. Let me know if there's something else as I go through this that stood out to you. But I really like that Jose Canseco. O'Neal Cruz, Generation Now Black Parallel. We had the O'Neal Cruz Pristine rookie. Paul Molitor, purple, 40 out of 99. Chipper Jones, gold, 35 out of 50. Gary Sheffield, this is the Slice of a Star relic auto. Anthony Rizzo, orange, 18 out of 25. Mitch Haniger, blue, 15 out of 75. Had the Cal Raleigh auto. We have the David Ortiz refractor, Pristine refractor, and the Sammy Long rookie Pristine refractor. Seth Beer rookie, 04 out of 50. And finally, we had the Kyle Mueller rookie Pristine refractor, 07 out of 99. So we got a lot of awesome hits tonight. A lot of them. So what I'm going to do now, very quickly, is I'm going to give away a card from my personal collection. And tonight, what I'm giving away is a black border 1987 Pete Alonso relic, bat relic. And this is number 64 out of 199. This is going to go to the winner of the race that I'm about to pull up on screen. So give me just one moment. And I have everybody, for every time you bought into a break, your name is entered into this race. It's 30 seconds, and we're going to get going. And the winner of this race will be, along with everything you received, will also receive this Pete Alonso 87 black border relic. We got Andre H up front right now with 15 seconds left, and below average inching up there in the lead. 10 seconds left. We got below average in first. Josh G in second. We got John C pulling up. Force at 3. And at the end, Kyle F. All right. Congrats. Congrats to Kyle F. As you are the winner of the Pete Alonso. Let me make a quick note of that. Before you guys go, two things of note, real quick. Again, be sure you jump on cyberbreaks.net. Check out the website. Even set up an account there. Like I said, once we get enough accounts set up, we will start operating from cyberbreaks.net. And next week, I'm there. If you notice, there are no auctions up at the moment for next week because I'm not going to be doing a live break next week. I'm going to be out of town. So I'm going to be doing some content. I'm going to have some content kind of set to go to kind of hold us over. And then the following week, we'll be right back to doing Friday live breaks. So this upcoming Friday, which, what's the, I'm trying to remember what the date is there. Friday the 2nd, auctions will go live for the next break. And then Friday the 9th, we'll be back to doing live breaks again. So just want to give you guys a heads up that we will not be doing a live break next week, but then after that, we'll be right back at it. And Joey said, Yo, Cyber, we're just reminding you that there was a refund. Thank you. Yes, Joe. And that refund's going to Michael T. So thank you, Joey, for reminding me. As soon as I go off the air, so to speak here, I'll be getting that refund sent to you. I look forward to getting these cards all shipped out, just like every other time. Monday, I'm gonna get them all set up over the weekend, and Monday they'll all go out, so everybody should get their cards throughout the week. It has been awesome. It's been fun breaking with you, and until next time that I see you here on Cyber Breaks, keep collecting.